Bob, how does this interface with our existing sound system?
Right now it's not, so I could run a cord into them, but I think I'd need help with
Like, do we?
Eli or something.
Yeah, we need to think about, especially for the
YouTube folks, yeah.
YouTube,
Sure,
that,
yeah. Yeah, I think there's a line out, I'm pretty sure there's a line out here.
or can you just plug into our system instead of using this?
Well, I could, but again, I'd have to do a sound check, but
Yeah.
I know that this would be a good broadcast. There is a line out that goes from here. I just have to find, is it okay to turn this on maybe?
Yeah, no, we need to turn it on.
Yeah.
And then the bottom one has to be the,
This one here, down here?
yeah. And then the,
Just
up,
the volume?
just up, no, there's a power button. Down,
It's like on,
that you pass it,
right here, this one?
there you go, yeah.
That looks great. Anyway, should we just check the regular mics and see if they're working on it?
I mean, they should be, give me a second. We need the people, something is working too well right now.
So I
Because-
volume down or something?
Because I'm being amplified talking over here,
Yeah.
and that's not good.
Try it then.
Hello? Hello. That one's fine.
Is it okay?
This is, I'm thinking this is maybe from the talent show, and this is what's on and is very, very loud.
Yep. Right. So that's, you think that's labeled here?
Yes.
What it is? Or-
I'm sure it's labeled. What it's labeled as, I'm not sure, but I'm sure it's labeled.
Piano mic, choir, is that called the choir mic?
I think, yes, that's it.
Okay, so I'll bring it down. How's that now?
Now I can talk and you don't hear me. Blah.
Excellent. Okay, good. So, yeah.
But let's hope Eli or some other sound magician shows up.
Good to see you, Barry. Hi, how are you? Hello. Is that all right? Check. Good. Thinking of that hold on song there? Yeah. Da 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 da. What note do you like?
That was not the mono.
Yeah, B flat.
I think that was what I wanted.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know.
I'm going to try just going right into this board and see what happens.
Yeah, there's what this wire could be unplugged. So this could be taken out. Because that's if we want to like plug in a computer or something sound, but we're not doing so. So that means that line, channel 8, is available if you want it.
Is any band from a strip?
No.
Who's providing music?
I got the lucky guy there.
This lucky guy with his beautiful guitar.
Excellent.
So you said that that cable is available, right? that one, this
Channel
one
8,
here?
yeah, you can open,
All right,
you
we're
can
gonna go through
unplug
this
that
and
one.
I'll try a line from here to here using that cable. See what happens.
I mean, I wouldn't use that specific cable because it's then that's gonna be long. It goes all the way. That's why I wouldn't use that specific cable.
All right, but that line is open, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
right?
the line is open, so you can unplug it, but
That's okay, great.
Channel 8,
I think
yeah.
I can do that, yeah.
yes.
Morning. Good morning. How are you? Good. More snow. More snow.
My Spanish pronunciation is brought him in Spanish today.
All right, I need to work on my Spanish pronunciation.
Yeah.
Testing. Test. Okay, if I project this one will work. Great. Now I will turn it off to practice my Spanish.
I'm okay. How are you? My voice is not.
Get set up for it.
I was just worried because I've been taking care of her. I didn't want to spread it.
That it doesn't feel like.
She wasn't. She somehow.
I
I don't know if she's somewhere else, but we haven't seen her in for so, and then she, yeah.
so.
So get started and then go to anything else.
Yeah.
I'm helping with everything.
I'll be knitting in the.
I would, but I can't because then after they go out. All right. Sorry.
The first one.
Connect about art teaching today. Are you teaching? So we're are going to staying there.
Basically, it's grab this new and sort them.
Yes, they sold it. They had to
Lucky guy.
So they stopped and they sold it.
Right, right. You go to the hotel, separate beds.
There is, that's now run by the Antiochians. So they sort of rented it from the town.
We'll just sound check her and then you can set it.
Anytime you want to lift the spirits of the gathering,
I can hear myself, I don't think you can hear me. You both hear me? No. Talk.
I am talking, low, testing, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think I'm hearing it now. Did I do the thing?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me now, everybody? Hello, hello? I think I'm hearing myself now. Yeah, there we go. Testing,
Yeah.
testing, yeah, I'm live. Did I mute myself?
No, it was muted.
Where's the mute button? How did I do that?
All right. Now we're on. Okay. Hopefully, we're all set.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Promise. perfect, we checked it.
Hello and welcome to the First Unitarian Universalist Society of Exeter, affectionately known as FUUSE. I am Jim Breeling, a member of our Board of Trustees. At FUUSE, we seek to build a caring, inclusive community where we can ground ourselves spiritually, pursue justice in a larger society, and work to heal the natural world. If you are joining us via YouTube Live, you can connect with each other in the live chat. Our live stream is available to the public and recordings are available by request. If you are here in the sanctuary and prefer not to be captured on video, please remain behind the first 3 rows of pews. If you are new to FUUSE and you would like to be on our email list, which includes the weekly eFUUSE newsletter, please fill out a blue card which an usher can get or fill it out on our webpage. If you have any questions about FUUSE, please feel free to ask anyone involved in today's service. Some announcements before we get started today. Talkback in the sanctuary following today's service. Join Jane Windsor after service for Talkback, an informal conversation and reflection on the morning service. This week's meeting will be held in the sanctuary alcove after the service. From the membership committee, the second Pathways to UU class is today. The second of 3 Pathways to UU classes will be held today from 11 a.m. to noon in the community room. Historian Barbara Rakunas will be describing the history of UU in Exeter and FUUSE. The classes are designed for newcomers, but all are welcomed. The third and final class will be held March 1st after Sunday service. From the Social Justice Action Committee, they are hosting a weekly vigil on the front porch of the FUUSE Sanctuary Sundays at 5 p.m. The intention of the vigil is to share concerns, bring poems and words of wisdom, bring songs of hope, spiritual sustenance, and weather permitting, we will be holding candles and signs with positive images. The vigil will evolve, but we're interested in FUUSE members and friends attending, as well as reaching out to the greater Exeter community. We hope to attract other faith traditions and churches working to find common purpose as a response to the affront of human dignity by our current administration. The vigil will likely go about 30 minutes or so, dressed warm for the weather. If you have any questions, please reach out to Bob Moore or Skip Berrien. From the Social Justice Action Committee and the Knitting Ministry, please join us today from 11 to 1:30 today in the Parish Hall to a red melt the ice hat, knit and crochet along. Don't worry if you are a new knitter, there will be experienced knitters on hand to help out and some materials will be available. Red yarn and needles. Anyone have one in their lap? Already working.
There we go.
There we go, sir.
Already at work.
Hope to see you there as we create these symbols of resistance in time for the February 26th anniversary of these red knitted hats being banned in Norway by the Nazis. Once you have started with the knitting ministry, feel free to bring your knitting to any of the other important activities that are happening on our campus today. FUUSE and Community 3-part workshop. Please join Reverend Ariel and the Director of Religious Education, Rebecca Figueroa, for a workshop exploring our social ecosystem and our roles within it. This collaborative experience will support your understanding of how you can facilitate positive change at FUUSE and the greater community. All ages are welcome and encouraged to attend. Participants will meet 3 times on March 8th, 15th, and 29th from 11 to 1, including a brief break in the FUUSE Parish Hall. This event will also be open to the FUUSE community, so spread the word and bring a friend. Registration is encouraged but not required. See the flyer in the Parish Hall or the link on the latest FUUSE to tell us you're coming. And from the Call to Minister Task Force, today after the service is the last small group conversation. No need to sign up, just meet in the parsonage dining room starting at 11 a.m. A reminder, the Women's Potluck has been rescheduled to this coming Friday, February 27th. All are welcome. And please note the change in FUUSE office hours beginning March 2nd. Details are in the latest FUUSE.
Good morning. Our opening words are from Julian Jamaica Sota. The poem, Neither Divisor Nor Dividend. People are not long division problems. Their resources almost never divide evenly into their concerns, which is how we end up with remainders of fear and anger and such tentative beauty. Having only recently been liberated from the imposition of thousands of inapplicable shames. People do not imagine being messy and unresolved until their broken hearts remain unmentionable. Eventually, point 3 repeating, awkwardly at first, and then with an intonation and rhythm meant to simulate being just fine. No problem. People are not long division problems. You cannot, should you, meaning well, try this, fix or solve them. Reminder, they will almost never come out even. What you can do is be a welcome in a wounded and suspicious world. You can recognize the person as who they are. You can assume that without the gift of their humanity, even when it is complicated, none of the some of us can arrive at the answer of who we are meant to be, collective and whole. Neither divisor nor dividend. This worship service takes place in the Squamscott, now called Exeter, the traditional ancestral homeland of the Abenaki, Pennacook, and Wabanaki peoples, past and present. We acknowledge and honor with gratitude the Alnambak, the people who have stewarded Indakina and its Aki, Nabi, Olakokok, and Awaasar, land, waterways, flora, and fauna throughout the generations. Please join in saying our covenant in your order of service or on your heart. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to respect the nurturing power within all of us, to stay in the struggle until love wins. Thus do we covenant.
I invite Sue Blackwell to come forward and light our chalice today. With humility and courage born of our history, we are called as Unitarian Universalists to build the beloved community where all souls are welcome as blessings and the human family lives whole and reconciled. With this vision in our hearts and minds, we light our chalice. I invite you all to rise in body and spirit for our opening hymn 305, De Colores. But before we start singing, we're going to go over the Spanish words so that we are less likely to stumble awkwardly on them and singing. So if you look in the hymnal, there are 3 verses in English, and then in italics, there's a verse in Spanish. So we're going to sing the Spanish verse first, and then we're going to sing the first English verse. But we'll go over the Spanish words first.
Sure. Want to do that, or?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
De colores, se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores, son los pajaritos que vienen de afuera. De colores, es al arco iris que vemos lucir. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. All right, so now
We'll do the Spanish verse, which is the fourth line, I think, first, right? Then we'll double back and we'll do the second, third, and
we're doing the Spanish first verse, and then the English first verse, and then we're done with the song.
oh, okay. We're just doing 2. All right, here we go.
Please rise.
Please stand,
in
yeah.
body and spirit.
De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. De colores, hitos que vienen de afuera. De colores esos que ven así. Y estos grandes amores de muchos colores me gustó a mí. All the colors, yes, the colors we see in the springtime with all of its flowers. All the colors, yes, the sunlight shone through the rift in the clouds and the showers. All the colors, as a rainbow appears when a storm cloud is touched by the sun. The colors abound for the whole world around, and for everyone under the sun. Just getting the hang of it.
Good morning. I'd like to invite anybody who'd like to come closer for our time for all ages today. I don't have a book, but I'm going to tell a story, if that's okay with you all. First question I have for you. Have you ever heard the phrase, someone got in hot water? Who's heard that before? Okay. What does that mean? Does that mean you're taking a bath? What does it mean to get yourself in hot water? Ever heard that? Who knows?
Get in trouble.
Yeah, it means to get in a little trouble, right? Or, to get in a difficult situation. And so today I want to tell you a story about hot water. All right. So once upon a time, a daughter complained to her father that her life was miserable and she just didn't know how she was going to make it. Can we relate a little bit sometimes? Yeah. She was tired of fighting. She was tired of struggling all the time. And it seemed just as one problem got solved, another one soon followed. So her father, he was a chef. And so he, of course, took her to the kitchen to give her a little talk about this problem. And he filled a pot with water and placed it on a big, high fire. Okay? So, got my fire here. Hey, hey, Ellie, can you turn on the fire, please? All right, and some water. I like the light up fire. The crickets are not my favorite, so I might turn that off in a minute. All right, got some water in the pot here. Okay.
If y'all want to come closer and get a good look, you're welcome to.
Feel free. Okay. All right, so he's got the pot boiling, and he's got 3 ingredients that he's going to put in the pot. So first, we've got an egg. An egg here, right? An egg that when you...
It's a toy.
I know, it's a toy one because, you know, I don't want to drop a real egg. But, you know, you crack it open, it's raw inside, right? Okay.
Is this all our toys? Wait, this is our toy.
Yeah, I know. All right, so we put that carefully in here.
Is that real?
And then we've got a potato.
Not plastic. Plastic.
Thank you.
If you
It's
want
called
to,
stagecraft.
if your fire is plastic, then you have plastic vegetables. If your or eggs. If your fire is real, you use the real thing.
You gotta be consistent here.
Yeah.
You know, we're working in the same
I
plane
know
of reality.
real.
And then we've got some coffee beans.
They're totally not real, right?
Actually, these are real beans.
Okay.
All right. So we've got eggs, we've got potatoes, and we've got coffee in the boiling water. So he puts them in the pot, he lets them sit, he lets them boil, and he doesn't say anything to his daughter. The daughter is moaning, impatiently waiting to see what he's doing. And after about 20 minutes or so, he turned off the burner. Can you turn off my burner for me? There we go. All right. So the first thing he does is he takes the potato out of the pot. This is very hot. All right, yeah.
Will it actually cover?
Oh,
What?
it turned real.
Oh, it turned real. Look at that. It's plastic now.
No, there's still the plastic.
Reveal the magician's secrets. All right. So he takes out the potato.
Ew.
Ew. Yeah, that's great.
There's still the plastic one in there.
All right. And then he takes out the egg. Again, this is hot, so I'm going to make sure.
I bet that's gonna
He
be.
takes out an egg.
That looks real.
Can you hold that for me? And he takes out the coffee bean.
It's very fun.
Over here.
You gotta turn the thing so
I
that
gotta turn the thing.
You need
Here,
some
you can
help.
pour the coffee.
All right, hold on.
I'm
Let
I'm
me-
a cheese drinker.
Hold on, hold
I don't
on.
know what's happening.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, and then
All right.
he took out the coffee beans. All right. And he says to her, "What do you see?" She says, "Potatoes, eggs, and coffee." With a little bit of annoyance. She's been waiting this whole time that this is boiling. And he says, no. Look closer. Touch the potato.
Ew.
Here.
No.
Oh, she won't touch the potato.
I'll
Here.
touch the
You'll
potato.
touch the potato. Okay, touch the potato.
It's soft.
Okay.
Yeah, it falls apart, right? You squeeze it and it just falls to pieces.
Yes.
All right. Now, he asked her to look at the egg. What happens if you crack that shell?
Oh no. Should we do it?
I mean, I've done it on the stage before. Can I do it?
Go for it. Go for it. What happens
Put it into there.
when you touch that egg? Oh.
Oh, it's not.
It's boiled.
It's
Well, it was in boiling water. There was a fire. You saw.
God.
What happened to the egg?
Well,
But the inside. What happened to the inside of the egg when it got put in hot water?
it got hard.
It got hard. The potato got soft. It falls apart. The egg hardened up.
What do I do with
And then he asked her
Ew.
to sip the coffee. and the aroma brought a smile to her face. And she said to her father, "What are you talking about? What does this all mean?" And so he explained. The potatoes, the eggs, and the coffee beans all had to face the same adversity, hot water. However, each one reacts differently. The potato went in strong and hard and unrelenting. But when faced with boiling water, it becomes soft and weak, falls apart. The egg was fragile, but when it faced boiling water, it became hard. However, the coffee beans are unique. After they were exposed to boiling water, they didn't fall apart. They didn't turn hard. Instead, they had a strength to absorb the water and transform into something wonderful. Like coffee. So which one are you? Asked the daughter. When adversity knocks at the door, how are you going to respond? Are you the potato, the egg, or the coffee bean? I'm going to give you a second to think about that. Who are you? Are you a potato? Are you the egg? Or are you the coffee bean?
I'm an egg and potato.
You think you're an egg and a potato?
I'm a potato.
You're a potato?
I'm an egg.
So you think you fall apart when you're in hot water? Or do you think you get hard, or do you transform?
I'm a coffee bean.
You think you're a coffee bean?
I think I'm
So-
a potato.
The only thing that truly matters is how you react to it. Things are going to happen to us all around us. You can choose to crumble in fear, turn hard, or refuse to change. You can dig deep, absorb that adversity, and transform into something totally new. All right, guys, you can head back to your rooms.
All right, we're gonna learn a song. Those of you who are at the vigil on Sunday, we sang this song. So you're here to help. You may have heard the song even if you weren't there. This is called Hold On by Heidi Wilson, and it's very simple, which is why you don't have the words in front of you. They are hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. All right, let's see if. All right, so I will sing a line and then you can sing it back and then we can all sing together. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. My dear ones. My dear ones. Here comes the dawn. Together. Hold on, hold on, my dear ones, here comes the dawn. Hold on, hold on, my dear ones.
You all make a lovely choir. All right, let us keep our singing going. We are going to sing the children to Sunday school with number 16, Simple Gifts. Please rise in body or spirit. We'll sing together, and in the second half, the children and the adults who are going to Sunday school will head out through the doors.
'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. When we find ourselves in the place just right, we'll be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. Turn will be our delight, till by turning, turning we come round right.
We make space in our service every week to honor those joys and sorrows that we carry with us into the comfort of this sanctuary. If you would like something that you are bringing to be shared aloud, you can write it on a card that you can get from an usher or the seat or the pew back in front of you. The ushers will collect and bring them to me. You can also take a moment to light a candle silently in one of the corners of the sanctuary to honor whatever you're bringing on your heart as Bob plays some beautiful music. big day for a couple of 76-year-olds. We started in Concord to hear Pete Buttigieg speak and ended in Merrimack to protest the proposed ICE facility. Wonderful energy at both events. From Suze Ross, the joy of being home at last and shoveling. From Sue Blackwell, it has been 12 years since my husband learned he is allergic to his beloved cats, and 3 years since our last cat passed. This week, I showed him a picture of a gorgeous orange boy kitten, and God love him, he said he missed having a cat and was willing to go on meds. Welcome, Hermes, messenger of the gods. Oh, and the US and Canada are now tied 1-1 in the men's gold medal ice hockey game. From Doug F., thankful that our son-in-law has made it safely across the Drake Passage in a sailboat to Antarctica.
Sailboat.
From Martin, please hold my brother Jasper and his sons Alexander, Hugo, and Olivier in your hearts as they mourn the loss of their beloved wife and mother, Lieke, much too soon. Joy for spending an evening with my very first friend and cousin. Nothing like spending time with someone who has known you every year of your life. Praying for courage and compassion as I begin on a new adventure. From Kathy, joy and gratitude that my oldest daughter will move to Boston for graduate school. And from Tony Tufts, while on vacation in Florida, Paul Friedrich's wife Jane fell, breaking her hip and a heel. Please hold Jane and Paul in loving kindness. Let us hold all these things along with that which remains silently in your hearts. Please join me in the spirit of prayer. These words by Reverend Michelle Collins. Source of love, spirit of interdependence, we give thanks for the web that holds us, the hands that have steadied us, the voices that remind us we are not alone, the presence of those who have leaned on us just as we have leaned on them. Resilience is not a solitary triumph. It is woven through community. Shared meals, gentle questions, laughter that breaks through grief, courage borrowed from one another when our own runs thin. In this moment, let us remember that we are stronger together than apart. May we continue to offer and receive care, trusting that our connections sustain us, even when we cannot behold the whole picture. Blessed be the bonds that hold and that keep holding. Our meditative hymn is in your teal hymnal 1023, Building Bridges, and we're going to do it as a round. So we'll start all together and then we will split up into 4 different sections. Bob will lead one, I will lead one, Sylvia will lead one, and who wants to lead the 4th section? No one? We'll split into 3 sections.
Go 3 rounds. 3's magic number.
3 sections, but we'll first all sing together, so please rise in body or spirit.
Start up.
Yeah, yeah.
We can start off, how about, we go down Marble, please?
we go down to you for section 1? Is that okay?
Well, we're gonna start all together.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
You know who's going to be,
Oh.
who, what, to the rounds, or shoot?
Let's start all together and then
We'll figure that out? Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Here
once we all feel confident.
2, 3, 4. Building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you, will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends we could make such sweet harmony.
All right, we got that. I'm thinking.
I'll lead the fourth.
Yes. Thank you, Martin.
Hey, all right.
Where are you walking?
Right there. That's going to be section 4 is going to be the back half of that
Yeah,
side.
okay, cool. Yeah.
Section-
Want to go 1, 2, 3 like this? Or in a
3 here.
Okay, you guys are 3. About 1 is right here, and then 2 in the back? Or?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
1's here,
We'll
2
go
in the back.
counterclockwise.
So
We'll be
divide
different.
around Barbara. You decide if you're the front or the back.
3.
But yeah, one Barbara goes one way. One goes okay. Yeah.
Sing wherever you are. Yeah, just
All right. So you're which one?
So these guys are 1,
No, but
right?
what are you? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm 3. I'm the few
Okay.
guys.
Wait, 3.
Oh, you're 3.
No.
Okay, I'm 2.
All right. I'll be with the ones. All right, we got this. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Great. So. Building bridges between our divisions. I'll reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our bridges between our divisions, I reach out and make such sweet harmony. With building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you sweet harmony? With building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to make such sweet harmony. With building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With building bridges between our divisions, I reach out to you. Will you reach out to me? With all of our voices and all of our visions, friends we could make such sweet harmony. Friends we could make such sweet harmony. Your generosity supports this congregation, makes it possible for us to gather in this beautiful space and make such sweet harmonies together. Today's offering will be gratefully received. So does anyone know, can anyone tell me what lichen is? Yes, Roy.
Symbiotic fusion of algae and fungi.
I swear he wasn't planted. I just knew somebody was going to have the answer, and it happened to be Roy today. Lichen is composed of two totally separate species, an alga and a fungus, that come together in the ultimate model of symbiosis to form a single organism. The alga is able to make sugars through photosynthesis, while the fungus can dissolve nutrients. And together, they make it possible for lichens to survive in places that a lot of other things can't live, like on the sides of barren granite cliffs. But what does it take to form this kind of resilient partnership? Scientists in a lab put the appropriate algae and fungi that form lichen in a petri dish, but they just grew their separate adjacent colonies. So the scientists started to experiment with changing the conditions. Indigenous botanist and author Robin Wall Kimmerer writes, "It was only when they severely curtailed the resources, when they created harsh and stressful conditions, that the two would turn toward each other and begin to cooperate. Only under duress was lichen formed." I used this as a preaching example many years ago in the early weeks and months of the COVID-19 pandemic, as we adapted to a much curtailed lifestyle. And I found this image to be comforting and inspiring. Kimmerer writes, "When times are easy and there's plenty to go around, individual species can go it alone. But when conditions are harsh and life is tenuous, it takes a team sworn to reciprocity to keep life going forward. In a world of scarcity, interconnection, and mutual aid become critical for survival. So say the lichens." In 2020, the meaning I got from the lichens was about reciprocity. But today, lichen are offering me a vision of transformation, one shaped by resilience and grief. In becoming lichen, the algae and fungi are giving up their unique species identity in exchange for the ability to survive in more challenging environments. They let themselves be utterly and irreversibly transformed. They don't lose all of what they are, but like our examples in this morning's Time for All Ages, they become something completely different. I don't presume to know enough about lichen to ascribe any agency on behalf of the fungi and algae in the transformation. But we humans are creatures of choice, often motivated by survival. What are the choices we can make to deepen into relationships of resilience? Are we willing to let ourselves be transformed in the process? Can we hold on to a secure sense of ourselves while still welcoming that transformation? Finally, what might the role of faith be in shepherding this transformative process? The context in which I ask these questions is one in which Christian nationalism is rising, while progressive faith is struggling to reach people's souls? Why are people drawn to an expression of Christianity so removed from the teachings of Jesus? How can people who claim to be a voice for morality allow someone as clearly immoral as Donald Trump to be the champion of their interests? The stories around the second coming, the return of Jesus Christ, foretell of unprecedented and apocalyptic times that precede this return. For Christian nationalists, and especially Christian Zionists, many of their actions are intended to help hasten the end times. From their perspective, the death of Palestinians or the leadership of Antichrist-like figures are justified if they serve a greater godly aim. These are disgusting and disturbing narratives that emerge from the violent imagination of the religious right. Yet in a world filled with so much pain, they provide justification and explanation. They promise hope to their followers on the other side of destruction. What compelling vision do we offer on the left? Can we offer hope without justifying all this suffering? Can we make meaning from this evil? How? Religion professor Liz Bucar reflected on such questions in her Substack blog recently, inspired by a conversation between Trevor Noah and Zoran Mamdani. Discussing politics, Noah mused that the limited imagination of Democrats is because of the decline of religion on the left. Bucar wonders whether religious illiteracy on the left meant losing access to the tools needed for transformative politics. Does the secular left lack the capacity to imagine radically different futures? Frameworks for sustaining hope through disappointment? The practiced ability to trust in possibilities you can't yet prove? Unitarians and Universalists have been on the leading edge of the development of rational liberal religion in America throughout our existence on this continent. Other mainline Christian traditions have followed suit. But we have found ourselves at a moment in history where reason and logic are not enough to get us out of this locked room, nor are they provocatively attractive to most rational, secular people who are struggling to find their ways through the horrors of now. But ours is a living tradition, and now we affirm that love, that big, complicated, not clearly definable, but incredibly powerful force that is also a feeling, that is also a discipline. Love is at the center of our faith. And maybe that creative power holds the key to something more, what Catholic theologian David Tracy calls the analogical imagination, a trained capacity for seeing possibilities embedded in the present moment, for recognizing patterns that point towards transformation. Or as Reverend Brandon Robertson, our UUA's Side with Love Senior Communications Manager, wrote this week, we need to cultivate our prophetic imagination, the capacity to envision what could be, even when the present feels overwhelming. Which, bear with me, brings us back to Lycan. As Unitarian Universalists, we are explicitly not limited in our sources of inspiration. So we can turn to books like Kimmerer's Braiding Sweetgrass as scripture, which offers a vision of life in reciprocal partnership with Earth. We can turn to the spiritual discipline of learning through observation, respect, and gratitude toward the natural world, and see in other life forms not just metaphors, but models for different ways of being. Lycan offers a model that says, things are hard. I am willing to change to survive. I have faith that there are others out there who have tools that I lack. It will be different from the life I have known, but together we will be more resilient. So how might liberal religion, how might FUUSE specifically, take inspiration from Lycan? Even though our institutional survival is not under threat, though our values in the wider world are. We have to loosen our attachment on the story of who we are, who we have been. So maybe denominationally it is, sorry, I went off script and lost my train of thought. Oh well, I'm going back on script. So about FUUSE, I've heard some people say we are an older congregation. Now, at 172 years old, we are more like a middle-aged New England church. In terms of our demographics, we are aging, certainly, but we are also a church with a religious education program and a vibrant cadre of youngsters. We are a congregation with families, with working professionals, with retired people, among others. Our youth program is not what it once was, and it won't ever be exactly that again. But we're not here to make FUUSE great again. We're here to appreciate the greatness we experience in the present and build towards a sustainable future in uncertain times. Uncertain times that signal that what worked in the past is not how we will thrive in the future. If we think that one of the ways we need to change is by welcoming more families, which I've heard, we need to invest in what we can offer them. We need to continually build a culture that is welcoming to newcomers of all family formations and life points without being overbearing. We need to get outside of ourselves to understand what people in our community need and discern how our gifts might help meet them, all while being realistic about our own capacity, what we have to offer, and what we might gain through increased diversity of various kinds. Reverend Robertson suggests experimenting with new programs, new partnerships, and new ways of being in community, knowing that some efforts will flourish while others will teach us through failure. He goes on, discernment isn't about chasing every opportunity. It's about asking, does this align with our deepest values? Does it build power with those most impacted by injustice? Does it move us closer to the world we're called to create, one where all people can thrive? Survival often entails sacrifice, compromise, giving up a piece of oneself. But thriving asks us to root in the fullness of who we are, to celebrate that, while making space to appreciate the fullness of others. The natural model I turn to here is not Lycan, but polyculture. A wildflower speckled meadow, an organic garden with companion plants supporting each other in countless ways. Our faith offers us a vision of a multicultural, beloved community. A vision we at FUUSE and in Unitarian Universalism at large have not quite reached yet, but which we believe in and aspire towards. A vision of resilience through diversity, rooted in our non-creedal commitment to pluralism, letting our differences support the whole, affirming the inherent worth and dignity of all. A far cry from an apocalyptic vision of the saved and the damned, we offer a vision of a world where everyone's capacity to love is encouraged, and where we let that love transform us all. May it be so. Please, before you rise, we're going to do some transformative work. Our closing hymn is number 1014 in your teal hymnal. The title of the song is Answering the Call of Love, but when you look at your book, it probably says Standing on the Side of Love. Mm-hmm. So, which was how this was originally written. And in response to feedback, some of it actually largely led by Reverend Julian Soto, who wrote our opening words, who, as somebody who was not able to stand well, felt very excluded by the repeated use of this language of standing. And so in taking the feedback, the composer, Jason Shelton, changed the words from standing on the side of love to answering the call of love. So if you can take a pen even, also a pencil, but you can use a pen in your hymnal today. And you're going to cross out standing on the side of, on the title, and write answering the call. And then you can go through in the chorus, and every time standing on the side of is written, you can cross it out and write answering the call of. Answering the call. So I'll give you a few minutes to make your edits. And once if you choose to stand and rise in body or spirit, you may do that when you've made your edits, and then we'll have a sense of when people are ready to sing. Yes, mm-hmm. I see 4 times in that. Mm-hmm.
Y'all good? Maybe this is a good time to help each other, kind of like the fungi and the algae can help each other. All good? So yeah, answering the call of love rather than standing by the side. Do you have 3 verses? I think there are 3, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good, cool. That's good. Y'all ready? Ready or not? Okay.
Ready or not?
Yep. The promise of the Spirit, faith, hope, and love abide, and so every soul is blessed and made whole. The truth of our hearts is our guide. We are acting on the call of love. Hands joined together, hearts beat as one. Emboldened by faith, we are there to proclaim. We are answering the call of love. Sometime we build a barrier to keep love tightly bound, corrupted by fear, unwilling to hear, denying the beauty we found. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together, our hearts beat as one. Emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are answering the call of love. A bright new day is dawning, when love will not divide. Reflections of grace in every embrace, fulfilling the vision divine. We are answering the call of love. Hands joined together as hearts beat as one. Emboldened by faith, we dare to proclaim we are standing the call of love. We are answering the call of love. We are answering the call of love. Very good.
Our chalice extinguishing words are by the Reverend Linda Barnes. May you embrace your growing with compassion. May courage be yours as you answer your heart's calling. May beauty and wonder be yours even when the going gets rough. And may love always be at your center. Please join me in the unison benediction. Go in peace, speak the truth, give thanks each day. Respect the earth and all creatures, for they are alive like you. Care for your body, it is a wondrous gift. Be gentle with yourself. Live simply, be of service. Be guided by your faith and not your fear. Go lightly on your way. Move in a sacred manner.
Oh, you were first. Why'd you bring the pen up? Well, I just thought it was too much, too loud, too soft. Everything in between.
So yeah,
I'll just send it out to you. I'll find it.
if I send it a link, I think I did. So it's gonna be the secretary. If you want to do it, I'll make a note. All right, I'll do it. I'll see you back there.
We're on for tonight. Yeah. It's not so great. And a lot. Show.
No. I don't think I told you that I told the progressive employees down about the vigil and they put it on all. And they put it in, some of them put it in the book. So expect more. Okay, I did let you, okay. I was like, I don't, okay. So.
And I will, I'll take care of the words. I will try to get here by the time as far as
Good morning. Dr. Greg.
certainly well attended.
What, you what?
Yeah,
Oh.
we had about 30 people there, which was, given the weather and given the other activities that are going
Well, they finally, like as the new girl, I was not yeah, but finally.
Sorry about
your
your sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Did, so we had a net.
I saw her like 3 weeks ago.
Clergy I met in the last week did,
So
like,
she was still there,
people, and
but
I'm like, oh, now I know, like,
fading
those people.
fast. So I feel lucky I was able to.
And she was young, you said.
62. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for that wonderful sermon.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was wondering where the liking. Yeah.
I'll tell you.
It's nice to have a little puzzle to kind
Right.
of draw you in, right?
And like, part of me wanted to curl up under the blankets, but the title of the sermon, I'm like, by curiosity. And then the title of what Rebecca was going to do.
You're like,
Like, you guys could do a good trailer for a movie or something. Like, what's this about?
sorry.
Yeah.
Turn long.
Yeah, it was. I got an email. I think it was in late October from my brother to me and my other brother, and it started. This is the hardest email I've ever had to write, and yeah, like you just go. And she was just the picture of health. 62 years old, active, careful about how she lived her life.
So this was cancer?
Pancreatic cancer. And so it's like, how this is going to end. The only question is the path and the time. And as it turned out, as I mentioned a couple of weeks ago.
I was wondering if you were able to,
this was my weekend. This was my visit. So I found out on Friday afternoon, as I was just about to head to Logan, that friends of my brother's, who I also know very well from Montreal, were also flying to Amsterdam that night. So we found each other at the airport, so I could catch up with them a little bit. They were going to stay for a week. And so from there I went straight to my brother's house and spent and of course what I said like a month before was, I'm coming for Tante Tine's birthday. Here's my schedule. If there's any opportunity, you tell me, right? Like this was because, of course, in a circumstance like that, and they ended up with people who were like, I want to come and visit. And it's like